Hello and welcome to my playthrough of the Space Engineers Survival Mode. Um, First of all, this was supposed to be a no mod scenario, but I have had to install a mod that's called Acquire the Tools. And the reason I have had to do that is I have been listening to editing those tapings I did the last 3 episodes, and I can hear that because I'm talking into a headset microphone, and I still am still away. I can hear that the sound of the tools, the doors and stuff like that is it's just so loud you can't actually hear what I'm saying. I can't edit that, which is why the sound has been as it has been. But I can do another thing. I can install a mod that lowered the noises of said tools, and I've done that. It's a mod called Sneakier Sounds. All it does is that it lowers the sound at the volume of the sound of the tools, so you should be able to hear me over the phones now, over the noise of the tools. Now, that's one thing. Another thing is that I had to do something about the power. So while I was away, I have been busy. I have been doing obviously stuff on the base, but first of all I have added a new row, and I know I said that we might go out with the rover and search for ores and mine a bit of ice though, and maybe we can get this today. But what I want to do is that I want to add some solar panels up here in the back, just so I can fix the power situation I've been in. And while I'm up here I can actually see that this is alright. Okay, this is off by 1 compared to the others, or the others are off by 1 compared to this. I will fix that later. You're not supposed to watch me correct my own mistakes that way when it doesn't matter. I have also down here, you saw me connect up to the hydrogen tanks and connected the supply line with the assemblers and the refinery. What I've also done is that I've taken and connected the refineries, this is the second refinery up there, and connected it up to the storage containers which are up here. Now I can't show you this now because everything's covered up. I have a hole here, that's an access tube, but I just want to enter from here. And I hurt myself constantly, and I'll just put back the display so I can keep up with how far I'm going. So let's open the door. And down in here is my garage. I put windows all around it. As you can see, they're transparent this way. And if we go outside, they're tinted. So when I'm here, all my windows are open to let in the light I need. It's going to be dark in the night, but we'll fix that problem when we get to it. Another thing that I realized is that I don't have any way of closing this when I'm inside. Now I could put a button panel over here but I would actually like a bottle panel here. So when I come from in here, I can open it, and by the time that I'm in whatever vehicle I'm going to use, it will be open. So I'm going to take a bottle panel, button, and push. I need interior plates. Alright, I'll go in and get some interior plates. And I forgot what else. Oh, I've been mining. I've been mining, so I can show you the whole. To get iron enough for all what I've been doing here, I have to go to our iron pit and mine that up. I need construction comps and computers. So I don't know if my earlier statement that I only needed one mine of each is gonna hold water, but we'll see about that. No construction comps. Are you sure? I wasn't sure. But that was a Semper. Okay. Right. And computers. Take 100 of those and 100 of those. Right. Okay. I'll go into my panels. And I'll do the same thing as I did with the other. I'll take the hangar door group and put it down here on this button and open closed. This way, when I am here, on the way in here, after being out, I can close the hangar doors. And on the way out, I can open them, and when I get into the vehicle, I can get in and can drive out and it will be open. Right. Now, all this ice, I will do two things now before I go search for ore. I will first of all make a landing spot for my atmospheric miner over here, and then I will go mine some ice so I can get this eyesore I have. Which is these three red lights. Ugh! They stare at me in the night. Because when I have filled up with ice, I can just turn this on, and this will produce hydrogen to store in these tanks, so that I can put it into my hydrogen-driven vehicles that I am trying to start up. But first of all, I will make a access point for my mining. I will actually make it here, and I'll make it that I access the roof here, and I'll just make sure. That one. And there I'll put a junction. And I need some conveyor tubes. I have that when I have the junction. That's right. I put in the junction, the conveyor. I need interior plate. I'll need interior plates, construction comps, and motors. I think that should be. If not enough, then we could start. Small steel tubes. That was what I needed. And those I have in abundance here. And yeah, I will need some engines and some construction camps and interior plates. Let's see how far we're gonna go here. Right. Then I'm going to put a straight conveyor tube here. Right. And I have an extra hole here just for this purpose. Now here I have the conveyor I just made. I need to put a connector on this, and I probably need steel plates for that, which I'm not having. Jesus. Come on, down. Yep, I have steel plates. Why wouldn't it? Was I too fast? Was I too fast? I was too fast. Too fast for my own good. Now I might not have enough, but no, I do not have enough. I need 100 more steel plates, but the rest is okay. Now, let's see if there are more steel plates somewhere. Oh, that's a lot of steel plates. I did have the foresight of making a lot of those. Now, as soon as this is over and welded up, I don't need this hole anymore because I can access all my stuff from up here. So now I have an access point. I don't need, nope, that's not what it, and I can plug this all up.
Energy low.
That is still something I need to address. But I can do that in two ways. I can go into a medical station, or I can just sit in here and get my mojos going. When I'm done, I can exit. Now I have to get in here anyways because I have to get my oxygen bottles, hydrogen bottles refilled. But otherwise, I could just run in here and use this one. But I'm going to do this instead to fill up my hydrogen bottles. And just because I don't really need it, I will deposit all this stuff here. Right. Owie. Now, just for the sake of showing it, if you could hear the sound of my tools are lower, and hopefully you will be able to hear me over the tools here. Otherwise, there's not really much I can do about it until I get back to my normal studio setup. So I I hope that you will live through that. We don't have any enemies here. We don't have spiders or wolves or pirates, which will show up as red dots. At some point there will be. Either because they spawn, I'm not really sure when they spawn, but they will spawn when they think you're capable of doing it. But we have chosen a safe environment, so that might take a while. There are mods that can force spawning, but let's see that when we get to that way. But what I'm going to do is now I will take my mining ship and go mine some ice. And fly over to my permanent base. And then I don't need this base anymore. So I will take my my rover, my beetle, and I will grind this down. But first things first. 9 for taking my batteries off recharge. Go and off, and we have 26 minutes of doing nothing. 15 minutes of flying. Trying to keep up. I still don't know why. And let's see when we start mining. Ice is not as heavy as ore, so it will be able to take a little bit more before me having trouble lifting it up. I hope. But this is actually, I could put a line of extra thrusters on there. Just to see if that has any effect. But I don't know if it actually has an effect. I have seen people using these atmospheric thrusters with no problem at all, without having this issue. So I really don't know what is going on here. Let's just check my inventory. That one's full. Connector's not full. And I can take a lot more. And I'm not even at the 10,000 then. Okay, at the 10,000 kilos. Okay, that's an unknown source. See if we get to. Oh, we're getting close to. And why is my power maxing out that much? This is acting weirdly. Okay. Let's see if we can get over there. The 600 meters without crashing. It's dropping like a rock the second I'm not. The second I'm pulling forward and not outwards. Up. It sounds like it's dropping when I press the C. Now I'm ready. I'll log up and recharge. There are scripts out there that will automatically do this, put the batteries on recharge. Again, we will be using scripts, and I will be using one shortly, but that is not what this thing is for. In my inventory, you can see that it's already, if I show my ship only, it has already been drained out, all my ice. Since I don't need this, actually I can just put it there and you can see it's gone. And it's down in my O2 H2O2 changing reader. You remember that, let's just get out of here. Why is there still running? Is that because I don't have an off thing for this? Oh well, never mind. Remember when I came in here and I docked the Beetle, and I was wondering why it didn't drain? That's because when it's anything else than ore, that's ice or iron ore and stuff like that, or maybe ingots, I don't know, you actually have to put a sorter in here. I haven't done that yet, but I will. Instead of this junction, I will put in a sorter. I'll show you when I do that. And then I will whitelist from this one. Actually, it would probably be components. I will whitelist it, and I will it will drain automatically out there. But you have to make an organized effort to do that by putting in a sorter down here. I'll do that in a later day. But right now I have to get over to my old base and grind that down. I have a plan. Come on, I have a plan, and the plan is that I will build a bridge, a quick, dirty, kind of wartime like bridge. And you can see that because I put an extra line, I'm already beginning to recharge the batteries, and this is on recharge, but it's so depleted that it takes some time for it to come to it. But now I am on a recharge, but that doesn't mean that I won't put up some solar panels, because this is a world of perpetual sunshine, and we might as well use it. Right now, go to first person. I will have recharge, and I will unlock from my now I can go to third person. A little bit closer. And over there is my base. So the most direct route is this one. As you saw when I was testing my Beetle, at some point there will be a hole in the ground right here. So what I'm going to do here is I'll make a quick dirty bridge. Just plug this up, put it on recharge, and I will start here. So I'll align it to gravity, and I will start here, I think, because when I do this I will be able to drive right out onto it. And I will make it 3 wide. That should make that one go. But let's see where we end up. This is where the peculiar physics of space engineers actually gets into point. Because if we were building this real time, we would have to wonder about the support of all these while building them out. Here we just, because I've anchored it in the ground, I don't have to think about that. And I do not have to think about how precisely I'm going to line up over here, as long as I'll just kind of hit the ground at some point, which I won't be here. So what I will be doing is that I'm going to be making a ramp. And I believe, yeah, there are ramps available, so I don't have to go down in a steep thing. And of course I need interior plates. Oh. Alright. It's no further than I can fly. Okay. Now interior plates and construction comps. I'll take 200. I don't have room for that because I have all these steel plates. Okay. Let's take 50 of those and 100 of those. No. Let's make that 200 and the rest steel plates. Because I'm only going to make ramps in one spot, or on one side. Which will be here. I will take the ramp again. Right myself up. And here we come to a problem that I can't actually get this to sit here, so I have to actually I don't need to fly here. I need to put a construction in here, and then I can put the ramp on there. And will I? Oh. Crouch. Let's see if I actually get down to the ground here. I will. Right. No crouching. And oh. ramping. Let's ramp up. Oh, that's bad. And now that's something I do pretty good. Now I don't have to weld this up at all. I could do that if I really wanted something to look nice. To put some steel walkways on it, or catwalks, or whatever. But since form is not my thing, I just want things to work. I won't be doing too much of that. You have to go elsewhere to find people who actually care about that a bit more than I do. That being said, it's not that I don't care what it looks like. I'm just not that good at making it look good, so I just kind of think, oh well, as long as it works, it's okay. That being said, if I decide to... did the thing... Oh! Whoa! Bit too fast there. That being said, when I if I decide to keep this bridge, I will at some point try and make an effort in making it look good, if nothing else. But now we have a bridge. So we come out here. We go down, and we have access to both the base and the other side of this ravine. Right, battery recharge off, and I will try to navigate. I'm packed. Okay, I will try to navigate this narrow stretch, and I already kind of regret that I only made it this big, because as you've been seeing, my skills with the rovers and the vehicle this way, it's not great. And as you can see, my decision to move my thrusters a little bit forward has done that I'm not so buckety anymore. Right. And park and recharge off. While I'm in here, I'll just check that my ore detector actually is on max. It is. But as you can see, all I'm getting is ice. So maybe there aren't that many. I know that there are some because I've passed them in the past, and we will find them. So let's go. But now I'm just going to totally destroy what I have made here.
Inventory full.
Inventory full, and I dropped stuff. It sounded like, yeah. Okay, but when we come back, I will have to do the thing with the sorter, or all these components won't be transferred. But all good things come to those who wait for it. Now what we will do with the solar panels over in the base is that we are going to mount it on rotors. And then we will install a script that would make the rotors move after the sun. So we always get the maximum output from it. I can't remember if it is part of the vanilla game, because I discovered that when I install these scripts and go to make a new game like this,
Inventory full.
I can't seem to hide them, and I can't see which of those were in the original game. So by installing that script, I might maybe technically can't change that one. No battery. Okay. I could use some I guess I could use some merge blocks and maybe transport the battery over there, but I have already got a lot of batteries going, so I won't have to. I don't know too much about this. This was despairingly quick. If we compare it to the time it took to build it, grinding it down actually to depressingly short time. Now, while we're here, I will go into my GPS and I will delete my base, and I will rename this my base. So when I'm looking at that way, I have my base. Right. Now, just want to try something. Yeah, see, I have deposited all this in my connector, but because that I have put my batteries on recharge, the motors that make the conveyor system works doesn't work. So when I try to move things over in my cargo container, I can't, because the batteries the motors are not powered. If I go in here and I put my batteries back up, and I go into my inventory and I want to move things from my connector to my cargo container, I can. Well, show you, I can. So it's only when the battery is powered that I can do that. Now, and I'm still parked. Let's see what we can find. It's a quick day. Holy crap. Is it always already? Yeah, the sun is already setting. And I'm actually having a whole day here. Time goes. Well, that I will do that is that I will do that. Now we're really speaking in any voice. Right. Now I will end this episode, and I will continue straight ahead by going searching for ores. I will jump in here when I'm actually finding something, and then I'll start out the new episode. I'll be searching this flat area here and when I find something, I will start a new episode. So, right, let's go from there. And then I'll just say bye bye and see you soon.